Wisconsin lost a daughter on 9/11. 25-year-old Andrea Hoberman of Washington County died in the terror attacks. On this 20th anniversary, there is a new place in the state to commemorate her and all who were lost on that day. And it came from her family's resolve to ensure that Americans never forget. Off Highway 45 in Kewaskum sits the newly opened state memorial to 9/11. People young and old make it a point to visit.
I've been to a lot of different states, and I've never seen a memorial for the 9/11, and I just wanted to come and see it.
They come to remember, to learn, and for one family, to mourn the loss of one of their own.
Andrea.
Julie Hoberman Osmus comes here to remember her sister, Andrea.
I'm grieving Andrea now for the things that she's not going to be able to help me with and be here for me and my family in the future.
Andrea Hoberman, just 25 years old and on her first business trip to New York, had a work meeting on the 92nd floor of the North Tower of the World Trade Center when the first plane hit.
No one survived from the 92nd floor.
Her parents, Gordy and Kathy.
It's still as sad and heartbreaking for me as the day it happened, maybe even more so.
Over the years, the medical examiner has been able to identify some of Andrea's remains. Crews were able to find her purse. Her parents donated its charred contents, including her glasses, keys, and cell phone, to the 9/11 Museum in New York.
I personally try not to dwell on those 102 minutes that she was up there, and because it's horrible. There's no sugarcoating 9/11. I want to focus on the positive things. This is one of them.
This is the memorial the Hobermans helped create in the community where Andrea went to school.
There's so much love and heartfelt symbolism that went into the memorial.
The centerpiece is this 2,200-pound beam from the North Tower.
The beam is pointing towards New York.
Fuzz Martin is part of the board that formed to help the Hobermans raise funds and to design and create this space.
This entire memorial is filled with Easter eggs.
The beam, for instance, sits atop a Pentagon base, acknowledging another site where terrorists crashed one of 4 planes that day.
The teaching podium and the tridents underneath the teaching podium are reminiscent of the trident structure that held up the World Trade Center towers.
Learning stations offer information. Trellises symbolize the Twin Towers, while a tree from the World Trade Center site grows nearby.
On September 11th, there was one tree in the plaza that was badly mangled, but they were able to keep it alive. And from that, they grew seedlings, and this is one of the actual seedlings from that tree.
Etched in the stone is the same quote visitors see at the New York Memorial: "No day shall erase you from the memory of time."
It's a calming quote. Nothing can erase them, even though they were literally erased from Earth.
The memorial took some 10 years and more than $1 million to create.
I just want this to be a place of peace and quiet.
And a place to educate, especially those Americans too young to remember what happened.
100 million people have no conscious memory of 9/11. When they come here, they can get actual factual knowledge. It's a testament to what happened on 9/12.
Which was the outpouring of support that helped a country unify and begin to heal. The Hobermans know how important it is to remember 9/11.
We can't let it happen again, so we can't forget, because that hatred is not going to go away. I hope that the memorial here serves that purpose, as helping people not to forget.
On the 20th anniversary of 9/11, the Hobermans will be in New York to be with the families of other victims.
We don't have to explain anything to them. You can just sit and be quiet, and they're there. They know what's going through your mind.
Another reason we go out is that Andrea is still there. Medical examiner keeps all the unidentified remains of victims within the museum, and it's time for us to visit.
Time to see their daughter, lost tragically that day, but whose legacy will live in Wisconsin forever. The Wisconsin 9/11 Memorial will mark the 20th anniversary this coming Saturday morning with a public service that starts at 10 o'clock. And with its goal of education, its website offers downloadable lesson plans to teachers. We have a link at WISN.com.